Week 10 of the NFL was filled with some highs and some lows and some incredible plays, so let's break it down for you right now. The Spurs looking like they found their rhythm coming off a 2-game winning streak. Tonight they take on the Oklahoma City Thunder, who they played earlier this season, where the Spurs got the win. But this morning at Spurs shoot-around, the main focus was not on tonight's game. It was bigger than basketball. It was about the passing of former NBA Commissioner David Stern. It's been over a year now since contract negotiations have taken place with the Dallas Cowboys and quarterback Dak Prescott. Last summer, the Cowboys quarterback was offered a contract for around $30 million per year, but Prescott ultimately turned it down. Here's why. An eventful day here at Jerry World. The good news is that the Cowboys got the win over the Redskins 47-16. But the bad news is that the Eagles got the win over the Giants. So the Dallas Cowboys are officially no longer in the playoff picture. So now many people are wondering, what does the future hold for this Dallas Cowboys team? Will Jason Garrett come back next year as a head coach? We do not know still, but what we do know is that tonight he left his team with a very inspirational message. It might have been freezing last night in New York City, but things got heated up last night at Madison Square Garden when the Memphis Grizzlies came to play the New York Knicks, making this brawl this week's ugliest plays. What a game here at the AT&T Center. The Spurs continue their winning streak. They're now 3-0 after getting the win over the Portland Trailblazers 113-110. At shoot-around, Bryn Forbes talked about over the summer it was important for him to focus on his quickness, his footwork, as well as his shooting, and it definitely showed against the Trailblazers, getting 14 points, 7 rebounds, as well as being 4 for 4 from the free throw line. The Spurs back at home, coming off a tough loss Monday night to the Chicago Bulls. However, tonight, the Spurs are taking on the Utah Jazz for the first time this season. With the Spurs sitting below 500 and with only 2 home games remaining before the Silver and Black head out on the road for the rodeo road trip, the team says there's a sense of urgency to protect home court and get these wins. Elf, the movie, or do you like National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation?
Are you trying to say because I was a teenager when National Lampoon's came out?
No, I love that movie. That is my favorite movie.
But I love Elf.
Elf.
I love
Buddy.
Elf. Oh, Buddy is the best. You know, some of the things that he says is quite hilarious.
Do you use them during the Christmas season?
Oh, I do. You know, because I love you. I love you. I love you.
The Lone Star Showdown today here in Fort Worth with one of Texas's favorite rivalries, the University of Texas versus Texas A&M, and the fans definitely made it feel like a rivalry game. You could feel the tension in the air here at Dickies Arena. The Longhorns headed back to Austin with bragging rights for the year, getting the win over A&M 60-50. A major factor to the success of the Longhorns is Andrew Jones, who was ranked second on the team in shooting, and tonight against the Aggies put up 12 points. Last home game of the season for Texas A&M, and they ended it on a positive note, getting the win over South Carolina 30-6. This now makes it 4 games in a row that the Aggies have won. But before the game started, A&M's true freshman running back Isaiah Spiller was ranked 10th in the SEC for rushing. Against the Gamecocks, well, he put up an impressive 129 rushing yards. I know you won your first PGA Tour victory in April, the Valero Texas Open, but I know that you've put countless years working towards your game to perfect it. So what have sports done to your life? How have they impacted you and who you are today? 20-year-old reigning Rookie of the Year Dallas Mavericks point guard Luka Doncic, who already has broken multiple records so far this season, as well as averaging over 29 points per game. Tonight, UTSA enters this game 6-9 and 0-2 in conference play, but all eyes will be on Javon Jackson and Kean Wallace, the nation's leading scoring duo, averaging over 42 points per game. At FIU on Saturday, Jackson had a total of 30 points and 8 rebounds. Here's what head coach Steve Henson had to say about his performance. The biggest game of the year is just a couple days away, Super Bowl 54 in Miami, Florida. With everything on the line for Sunday's game, the 49ers have been preparing all week and enjoying the time to prepare.